Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news from Jerusalem. A vehicular ramming attack at the entrance to the city has left 12 people injured, among them a woman and toddler who sustained moderate to serious wounds. The attacker, identified as a Palestinian, drove his vehicle onto the sidewalk before he was shot dead inside the car. And we're now joined in studio by our correspondent Shai Ben-Ari. Shai, thanks for joining us. What are the most recent details emerging now?
Well, we're talking about another case of a vehicular attack carried out by a Palestinian terrorist who was driving a private car that he then rammed into a group of people who were basically standing near a bus stop very close to the western entrance to the city. This is a very well-known location to anyone with a casual acquaintance with Jerusalem. The attacker was shot dead as he was basically carrying out his attack by a civilian, a security guard, and also a member of the armed forces. 3 people apparently engaged in neutralizing this terrorist. He was shot dead. It appears there may have been some intent on the terrorist's behalf to actually emerge from the car once the ramming was done, and then to start using an axe that was found inside the vehicle that fits the sort of pattern that has emerged over the past few months, where we see a combined vehicular and then stabbing attack, or in this case an axe. Let's just stress, in this case, he didn't manage to emerge from the vehicle. He was shot while he was still inside. We are talking about a 21-year-old Palestinian from Beit Hanina, which is a Palestinian neighborhood in the eastern part of Jerusalem, to the northeastern, let's say. The name given by police is Abd al-Muhsan Khassuna. That is the identity given by police concerning this attacker.
And we also see in the visuals behind us a moment ago a lot of water splashing. Right. It seemed that he hit a fire...
a fire hydrant there.
Fire hydrant there, which probably may have saved some lives, although he still managed to injure quite a few people. They were all taken to hospital. What can we expect as far as security? The city is already on heightened alert.
Yeah.
What could happen next?
It's interesting to note, the city has been on higher alert in the past few weeks. Many barriers and the security checks that were installed a while ago, over a month ago, on certain East Jerusalem neighborhoods have now been removed. For example, in Beit Hanina, there's basically free access for residents to reach western parts of the city, and that is something of a necessity. Jerusalem is a living, breathing city. It would be very difficult to keep those measures installed for a prolonged period of time, but I imagine this and other attacks may again bring the issue of what kind of measures are really needed to allow people to continue with their day-to-day lives in this new reality. We are talking about an overall drop in the level of violence in Jerusalem specifically, and also you could say a change in the style of the typical attacks, less regular stabbings, let's call them, more vehicular attacks. Outside of Jerusalem, there's also an upspike of shootings, basically, people using guns and firearms to attack mainly members of the armed services, but also civilians.
Thank you.